Welcome to this video on long versus collected frame in groundwork. In this video we'll explore the difference between long and collected and how to correctly achieve both. You'll see examples with my horse Demi showing how to recognise and develop the frames to help your horse with better balance, collection and engagement. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to stay updated with more videos like this. Let's get started. The long frame is a long open frame where the horse's neck is stretched out and forward. It is generally used in the warm-up phase of a training session and during relaxed work, where the focus is on building strength and flexibility. However, it's important to remember that balance in this frame can be quite fragile if the horse isn't strong enough, specifically if the horse can't engage the thoracic sling and stay lifted through the chest and the lower neck. They might struggle to maintain the proper balance. When horses are not able to sustain the proper balance in a more lengthened frame, what we see is the head and neck drop far too low, below the sternum, and the horse is then tipping forward with the chest and actually travelling downhill. In a longer frame, we want the entire top line to open and become long, so that the horse remains in a good balance to enable the flexibility and elasticity of the top line muscles to start to open. Now let's talk about the collected frame. In the collected frame, the horse shifts their balance towards the hindquarters. This is essential for loading the hind end more, which allows the horse to engage the gluteals and abdominal muscles. At the same time, the thoracic region needs to lift slightly higher, and there's an upward lift through the lower neck. In a collected frame, the focus isn't on shortening or compressing the neck. This is an important distinction to make. When a horse's neck shortens or tightens, it disrupts the connection through the hindquarters. Instead, the goal is to shift the balance, moving towards the hind end while maintaining a soft top line that remains relaxed and free. As we bring the horse into a more collected frame, we're not trying to pull or constrict the body in any way. We're simply encouraging a shift that helps the horse use their body more effectively, allowing them to move more freely and powerfully. The balance change will help engage the core and lift the rib cage, making the whole body more aligned and strong. The horse's energy flows through their back and into their hindquarters, keeping that essential connection intact. The picture currently on the screen is an example of a long frame that has lost balance. The horse's head and neck is too low, and therefore the weight is tipping through the chest and over the horse's forelimbs. The current photo on the screen is an example of a horse just shortening the neck. How do we know this? The neck is actually shortened, but there is no balance shift back towards the hind end because the hind limbs are not taking more weight because they are not flexing more. The stride length is also restricted in this position because the horse's forelimb is not able to come forward enough. So because the weight is still not transferred to the hindquarters. An open long frame is encouraged on the lunge by bringing the hand more forward and opening the space for the neck to come into. This needs to be coupled with encouragement to keep the sternum lifted and forward momentum from the hindquarters. Asking for the more collected frame means that we want to shift the balance back to the hindquarters. So to do this on the lunge or at liberty, as you see here in this video, we want to think about an internal balance in ourselves, lifting our core and pushing the weight back a little into our own hindquarters, our bottom, and encouraging the horse with the whip to come up over the withers. We also lift the line so that we're encouraging the frame to come up but not short. Working between these frames takes good communication skills and time for the horse to understand the cues required to lift the sternum or to elongate the neck, depending on which frame you are using. Take your time, make sure the horse understands your aids, but working the horses from a long frame to a short frame and vice versa creates elasticity in the top line muscles, which creates a really strong horse. It also helps with regards to balance and engagement in the hind end. I'm on a serious mission to educate, so please help me get this content out to more horsey people who are interested in helping their horses by liking, subscribing and giving me a comment. Thanks for watching.